All right, so the big orange asshole is back in the White House.
Back for a second.
Round two, baby.
You've all seen the headlines.
The bullshit, the spin.
It's a fucking shit show out there, right?
Right, so we're going to try to cut through all that crap.
Figure out what the hell is actually happening in these first 100 days.
Yeah, like what's the game plan here?
What's he really up to?
What does it all mean for America?
And the rest of the world, for that matter.
Buckle up, buttercups. Let's dive in.
So first thing that jumps out at me is this cabinet, man.
Yeah, what the fuck is with this cabinet?
It's like a goddamn freak show.
Billionaires, generals.
A bunch of those Wall Street pricks.
Especially those Goldman Sachs motherfuckers.
They're like cockroaches, man. You can't get rid of them.
Okay, so who are these clowns?
Give me a minute.
It's like a who's who of the swamp creatures.
You got Steve Mnuchin.
That douchebag.
Yeah, he's running the Treasury.
Unfucking believable.
Then you have Rex Tillerson over at the State Department.
Rex Tillerson.
Yeah, the oil guy.
Oh, right.
And of course you got General James Mad Dog Mattis at Defense.
Mad Dog Mattis.
I know, right?
That's a badass fucking name.
Dude's got a reputation.
Oh, yeah, I bet. Who else?
Oh, Jeff Sessions. He's the Attorney General.
That old racist piece of shit?
Yep, that's the one.
Jesus Christ.
But honestly, the real story here is Steve Bannon.
Who the fuck is Steve Bannon?
Trump's chief strategist. This guy's a real piece of work.
What's so special about this asshole?
He's got ties to Breitbart News.
Breitbart?
Yeah, you know those alt-right, white nationalist nut jobs?
Oh, right, yeah. Those guys are out there.
They're batshit crazy, even for the Republican Party.
So what's the point of all this? What kind of cabinet is this?
Yeah, that's the big question, right? Is it cabinet of continuity?
More of the same old bullshit.
Or are they here to shake things up?
Radical change.
Drain the swamp, as he likes to say.
Oh, yeah. Drain the swamp. Whatever the fuck that means.
Well, he ran on this whole populist platform, right?
Right, sticking it to the establishment.
All that America First bullshit.
But look at him now. He's surrounded by swamp monsters.
It's true. He's playing golf with them every weekend, probably.
So what's the deal?
Is he just another puppet of the establishment?
I mean, the guy's already pissing off his own base.
Yeah, he's flip-flopping on all sorts of shit.
Like what? Give me some examples.
Well, for starters, remember that whole thing about the wall?
The wall?
You know, the big, beautiful wall he was going to build on the Mexican border?
Oh, yeah, and Mexico was going to pay for it.
Right. Whatever happened to that?
Yeah, what a load of crap.
And the Muslim ban.
Remember that shit show?
Yeah, that was a real clusterfuck.
And don't even get me started on Obamacare.
That whole repeal thing was a disaster.
He couldn't even get his own party on board with that one.
It's like he's got no clue what he's doing.
But wait, didn't the stock market go apeshit after he won?
It did. It was crazy.
So everyone thought he was going to be good for the economy.
There was this unexpected surge. They called it the Trump rally.
Trump rally? More like the Trump con.
Yeah, maybe. But Japan did really well.
Japan.
Yeah, and so did financials, energy, copper.
Wow.
Russia, too?
Figures.
It was like the market was expecting huge growth and inflation.
So they thought he was going to turn the economy into a money printing machine.
Yeah, something like that. But then things started to shift.
Like what?
Emerging markets started to recover. Gold and healthcare performed well. And energy started pulling back.
Interesting.
It's almost like the market was having second thoughts.
So now everyone's shitting their pants.
Pretty much.
So what's the big question now?
Is this rally sustainable?
Or was it all just hype?
Will earnings actually improve?
Or was it just sentiment driving the market?
Nobody really knows. It's a total crapshoot.
Speaking of crapshoots, what about his foreign policy?
Don't even get me started on that.
I thought he was all about staying out of foreign wars.
Right, America first. Non-intervention.
But then he totally bombed Syria.
Yeah, that was a big surprise.
What the hell was that about?
Remember that chemical weapons attack?
Oh, right. The one Assad pulled.
Yeah, so Trump launches a missile strike in retaliation.
And what about Russia?
Yeah, that's another shit show.
I thought they were supposed to be best buds.
That's what everyone thought.
What happened?
Well, the Syria strike definitely didn't help.
I bet.
And then there's the whole investigation into Russian interference in the election.
Oh, right. That's still going on, isn't it?
Yep.
What a mess.
It's like a bad reality TV show.
Didn't he also backtrack on NATO?
Totally. It was bizarre.
I thought he was calling it obsolete.
He did. He said it was a waste of money.
But then suddenly he's all about NATO, praising it like it's the greatest thing since sliced bread.
Yeah, it was a complete 180.
So what's the deal with that?
Who knows?
And then there's North Korea.
Oh, yeah, don't forget about Little Rocket Man.
Remember all that fire and fury bullshit?
Yeah, he was throwing around some serious threats.
I thought we were on the brink of World War III.
It was definitely a tense time.
So is there a plan here?
What do you think?
I have no idea. Does he?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Is there an actual foreign policy strategy?
Or is he just winging it?
Is he a strategic mastermind?
Or just a reactive, unpredictable asshole?
Yeah. Who the hell knows?
It's impossible to say for sure.
Sometimes it seems like one thing, sometimes it seems like another.
He keeps everyone guessing.
Okay, so we've talked about the cabinet, foreign policy.
All the crazy shit he's been up to.
So what about domestic policy?
Oh, you want to talk about domestic policy? Buckle up, buddy.
What's he doing on that front?
Well, for starters, he's proposed this budget.
Yeah.
That would slash funding for pretty much everything.
Like what?
Social programs, environmental protection, the arts.
Sounds about right.
But he wants to increase spending on defense and homeland security.
More guns and bombs.
You got it.
And what about taxes?
Oh, his tax plan is a real doozy.
How so?
Well, it would mainly benefit the wealthy.
Of course it would.
Which, a lot of people are saying is only going to make inequality worse.
So basically, he's robbing from the poor to give to the rich.
You could say that.
What are people saying about it?
There's been a lot of pushback.
From who?
Both Democrats and some Republicans, even.
Republicans.
Yeah, they're calling it a giveaway to the rich.
And saying it's going to explode the deficit.
Exactly.
So is he going to back down?
Who knows with this guy?
Could there be another government shutdown?
Anything's possible.
And what about the Supreme Court?
Ah, yes. The Supreme Court.
Didn't he appoint some new judge?
He did. Neil Gorsuch.
And who is this guy?
A real right-wing nut job. Very conservative.
Figures.
That's going to have huge implications for social and economic policy.
Yeah, probably not good ones.
Probably not.
So he's basically stacking the court with his own people.
That's one way to put it.
Okay, so let's recap.
Yeah, let's try to make sense of all this.
Trump's back in the White House.
For round 2.
He's assembled this crazy cabinet.
A real rogues gallery.
He's making promises.
Breaking promises.
Flip-flopping all over the place.
Left and right.
The market's going haywire.
Up, down, sideways.
Now, nobody seems to know what the fuck is going on.
It's a total shit show.
Yeah, it really is.
And this is just the beginning.
Oh, God. It's going to be a long 4 years.
Fasten your seatbelts, folks.
It's going to be a bumpy ride.
It's pretty wild how much that America First shit pisses people off.
Yeah, a lot of people are losing their shit over it.
But you know what?
Look.
He's also got a ton of supporters who absolutely love it.
Oh, yeah.
They eat up all that talk about
Bringing back jobs.
making America great again.
Bad GA.
That's like,
Like a cult.
yeah, kinda.
They're all drinking the Kool-Aid.
It's true, though.
What?
His base is still with him.
Yeah.
They see things very differently than a lot of other people.
That's one way to put it.
It's like we're living in two different Americas, man.
That's like a goddamn civil war brewing.
Oh, right.
It's scary.
And it feels like that divide is just getting worse.
Wider and wider every day.
You said it.
And you know what else grinds my gears?
What's that?
All those attacks on the media.
Oh, yeah.
Fake news this, fake news that.
It's fucking ridiculous.
Trying to discredit them.
Silence them.
Control the narrative.
It's dangerous, man.
Seriously dangerous.
It's like an attack on freedom of the press.
Yeah.
It undermines people's trust in the media.
Which is a huge problem for a healthy democracy.
Yeah, absolutely.
We need a free press to hold those in power accountable.
That's how it's supposed to work.
But he's trying to turn everything upside down.
Create his own version of reality.
Gaslighting the entire country.
It's fucked up.
And the scariest part is,
Ugh.
it seems to be working.
Yeah, to some degree.
A lot of people believe what he's saying.
Even if it's a blatant lie.
It just shows you the power of propaganda.
It's insane.
And you know what else pisses me off?
What's that?
The hypocrisy.
Oh, don't even get me started on the hypocrisy.
I mean, come on.
It's off the charts.
The guy's a walking contradiction.
He's constantly contradicting himself.
Saying one thing one day,
And the complete opposite the next.
going back on his word.
It's like he doesn't even care about being consistent.
He just says whatever the fuck he wants.
Whatever is convenient for him at the moment.
Total bullshit artist.
And it sets a terrible example for everyone, especially kids.
It's like he's normalizing lying,
Cheating.
being a total asshole.
Yeah, he's basically saying it's okay to be a shitty person.
It's eroding our values as a society.
It's a race to the bottom.
So where does this all leave us?
I don't know, man.
What the hell is going to happen to America?
Your guess is as good as mine.
I'm seriously worried.
I think we all should be.
This guy's a loose cannon.
He's unpredictable. Dangerous.
He's putting a lot of stress on our institution.
On our democracy.
It's a very uncertain time.
So what can we do about it?
Yeah, how do we stop this madness?
Well, we can't just sit here and bitch about it.
We need to do something.
You need to stay informed.
Engage.
We need to call out his lies.
His bullshit.
His hypocrisy.
We need to resist this motherfucker.
We need to fight for our democracy.
Make sure America doesn't turn into some kind of fascist nightmare.
Okay, maybe that's a bit extreme.
But you know what I mean.
I do.
We need to push back against this authoritarian bullshit.
Anything that threatens our democratic values and institutions.
We need to make our voices heard.
Loud and clear.
We need to vote these assholes out of office.
That's the most important thing.
All right, so we've talked about Trump's cabinet,
His policies.
his rhetoric.
His supporters.
We've talked about his flip-flops and contradictions.
His attacks on the media.
The deep divisions he's created in this country.
And the very real concerns about the future of our democracy.
And what we can do to protect it.
So the question is, where do we go from here?
Yeah, what happens next? What fresh hell awaits us?
Well, one thing's for sure.
What's that?
It's going to be a wild ride.
Buckle up, folks.
Hold on tight.
Speaking of wild rides, remember that whole China thing?
Oh, yeah.
China being a currency manipulator?
That was a big one during the campaign.
Huge.
He was all over them about it.
Yeah, he was going to get tough on them, bring back American jobs and all that shit.
Right. But then, he goes and has a little meeting with the Chinese president and totally backs down.
What a fucking pussy.
Doesn't even call him a currency manipulator.
So much for all that tough talk. What the hell happened?
I think those Wall Street douchebags got to him.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, probably whispering in his ear, telling him not to mess with China, that it would tank the market.
So it's all about the money, as usual. 'Cause it's fucking typical.
Right.
What else? Did he flip-flop on anything else?
Oh, yeah. Tons of shit. Trade, tariffs, the Export-Import Bank, even NATO. One minute he's shit-talking them, the next he's, praising them.
I swear the guy changes his mind more often than he changes his underwear.
Yeah.
What a fucking joke. Did he also threaten to nuke North Korea?
Oh, yeah. North Korea, that was a fun one.
All that fire and fury bullshit.
Yeah, he really ramped up the rhetoric, sent warships over there and everything.
I thought we were on the brink of World War III.
It was definitely a tense time.
So what happened? Did he finally grow a pair and follow through on his threats, or what?
Hard to say, really. The situation's still pretty volatile. But hey, at least we haven't had a nuclear war yet.
Small miracles, I guess. So, bottom line, is Trump the disruptive force he claimed to be? Or is he just another puppet of the establishment?
I don't know. I mean, he's definitely shaken things up.
Yeah.
But he's also, compromised and backed down on a lot of his promises.
So not exactly the anti-establishment hero his supporters thought he was.
Not really. Definitely not draining the swamp, that's for sure. More like filling it with his own swamp creatures.
All right, so where the fuck does that leave us? What does all of this mean for the future?
Honestly, I have no fucking clue. But I can guarantee you one thing.
What's that?
It's going to be a wild fucking ride.
Well, folks, that's it for our deep dive into Trump's glorious return to the White House. We covered it all, from his cabinet picks and policy decisions to his unpredictable behavior and his, shall we say, unique communication style. We talked about the impact of his actions on the economy, foreign policy, and domestic affairs, and we wrestled with that big existential question, what the hell does it all mean for the future of America? It's a complex and constantly evolving situation, but one thing's for sure. It's going to be a hell of a show. So grab your popcorn, buckle up, and get ready for the ride. And in the meantime, stay informed, stay engaged, and most importantly, don't let the bastards grind you down. Peace out.